Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Mystica here. Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. So last time, lots of crazy crap happened. Monika decided to delete off Sayori. As you can see, we've got this weird pixelated mess that I guess used to be Sayori, and now it's gosh who knows what. But we're gonna go ahead and get back to where we were. It looks like the game kind of, I guess, went through a reset, so I'm not sure how much of this text we'll be reading that'll be the same. Some of it will probably be different. It's probably going to be very different, so I take it we're going to have lots of reading to do again, but that's okay. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Although some weird crap really showed up in here, from what I can tell. And I'll probably show it at the end or something. There was some weird other file stuff that changed as well, but let's get back into this. Okay, so let's see. Back to where we were reading from last time. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. That's funny. Thinks there's no girls that like anime, apparently. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Connor? Whoa, whoa! Okay. I didn't ask for weird stuff to happen right away. It's not even been a minute, and that already happened. Okay. Anyway, Monika? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. Oh god, what the hell? Is this game gonna keep doing this throughout this bit? Okay, a literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. Really? There used to be 4 of you. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything: reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature, too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member is a member, right? Did Monika say she? Hey, Connor. By any chance... I'm really afraid to keep clicking because I'm afraid weird shit's gonna happen. It's too early in the morning for this, man. Actually, early in the afternoon. Why am I saying morning? It's afternoon for me right now. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monika? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Connor. You know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go, then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Okay. That's creepy how you said that. Oh, it's silence. I don't like silence in this game now. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Okay, so everything is acting normal so far. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Oh, whoa! The fuck? No, I don't like this game doing this now. Oh, what the heck? Okay. Oof. Happy thoughts, people. Try to keep some happy thoughts. A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Connor. I'm afraid to click things. Okay, so we have 3 girls in front of us instead of 4, of course. All words escaping this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Yeah, I guess if you're a guy. I'm not, but okay. Well, I'm not in real life anyway. So, let me guess. You're Monica's... Oh, right, because since Sayori no longer exists, they now think I'm related to Monica now. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Oh, so since Sayori's gone, now Yuri is vice president? That's interesting. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Connor in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica! Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Connor? Or anything else strange gonna happen? No? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls are interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted Yuri looks away. Seriously, a lot of this text is still the same, actually. It's just the one difference is Sayori's not in the conversation. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Connor, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. I'm surprised nothing else weird is happening, but okay. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Yeah, it's amazing how developers can do that too. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I could relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful in changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Well, what? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back. Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe... Ah! Holy crap, what's going on? Oh, is that game? Maybe you should set it. Oh crap. What the hell? Okay, okay. Just so everyone knows, because I'm gonna have to probably piece together multiple videos now, multiple clips together. Weird things started happening, and the game started doing weird stuff. I'm not sure, because typically when something starts going wrong with the game, Bandicam actually freezes, and it'll freeze wherever it's recording. And it took me a few minutes to realize, looking up at Bandicam, that it had actually stopped. So, I don't know what the deal was with that. I don't know if this game was messing around with it or what the deal was. I do apologize. We probably missed like one line of dialogue here, because I don't know if that was intentional or just the game acting up because, you know, it's my laptop and it's trying to do the best it can here. Let's try to get back into this. Hopefully we didn't lose too much. I'm hoping we didn't have a problem, unfortunately. 'Cause I'm concerned. I'm really concerned. Oh, I'm really concerned. God dang it. Oh, hold on a minute. Okay, I think we're okay. I've checked, my earlier recording looks like it's still all there, so, let's try to continue. I don't know if this game's designed to fudge with your computer or what, but I think it did something. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? And it says Nat and Yuri. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Connor? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry. I thought... Eh? The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Connor. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. Wait, don't have enough members yet? The first time around, whenever we did this, they were a club. It's just they were very tiny. Now they don't have enough members to make an official club? Okay, so the way this school works is as long as you have at least 4 people, it counts? That's very tiny clubs. Sheesh. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Connor? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Connor, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Connor, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. Oh, good lord. Is any more weird stuff gonna happen? This game already tried to screw my computer once. With that, I depart the clubroom and make my way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow close to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, as I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Oh god, am I gonna get a jump scare? Today, I cut my skin open for the first time. It was exhilarating. I think I understand how something feels now. I'm supposed to be the responsible one, though, so I don't think I'll be doing it again unless I decide to kill myself. I left a memento of the occasion below. Okay, so now that we're writing the poems, we have only these 2 down here. Well, this ought to be interesting. Let's see. Well, we don't have Sayori anymore, so anything we write negative is gonna just... Oh, that helps you feel better? Crimson. Determination. Frightening. Is any weird crap gonna happen while I'm doing this? I'm being very cautious here, but okay. Why would you like sadness? I thought she liked cutesy things. Agonizing. Sensation. Disaster. Oh boy. Infinite. Wow, so I've been playing Little Sonic Forces, I guess. Wrath. Contamination. Anxiety. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot of anxiety right now because of this freaking game. Oh, intellectual. Romance. Massacre. Death. And tragedy. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so let's see. Hi again, Connor. Glad to see you didn't run away on this. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh, what the okay. Great, the game's doing weird shit again. Thanks for keeping your promise, Connor. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. What the hell? Oh, this game's gonna give me an aneurysm or something. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. What the? Hey! Monica, you're in front of the text. I can't read. Monica! You do realize you're in front of the text, right? I can't... Something big mouth for someone who keeps bubble magging... I can't read the freaking... What? Why are you in front of the text? Is that the way the game is supposed to be? Oh, thank you for moving. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! What the fuck? The music slightly changed. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Connor. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointing glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it, if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so... Why is the music doing weird things again? It sounds like it's going off pitch or something. Either that or it's just flipping me. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read... Okay. Am I seeing things? Or is she getting closer to the screen? I don't know. I swear to God, this game is making me think I'm losing it. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Oh. It wasn't just me. I knew something was off. Because it looked like the thing went angled and stuff. And then all of a sudden, now that she's off the screen, now everything's normal. Boy, this game loves to play mind games. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Okay. So this is the more normal thing we're used to. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Connor? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Okay, considering that we didn't go through the same sort of stuff as the first time we played around the first couple of episodes, how would he remember some of that stuff, in all honesty? It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil. Whoa! What the fuck is going on? But because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway, then suddenly... Oh, okay, wow, okay. That's caught me off guard. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts... What the hell? It said my whole body gets incredibly something. I couldn't read it. It went by so fast. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Okay, alright. Oh, when I post this episode, I'm going to have to put a warning. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Oh boy, I'm afraid to keep clicking. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the... What? I can't read it if you go too fast. Oh gosh. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Okay, so this is looking somewhat normal. Somewhat. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Oh, crap. Is weird crap going to happen once we discuss this? Oh, shoot, her expression changed. Eh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second-guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Okay, now Yuri is going into weird mode here. She's getting really odd. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. I'm afraid of any other creepy shit happening in this game now. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Connor? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. Oh, crap, no. Another person's gonna die. No, nothing. Don't worry. I believe you, silly. Wait, why would she think I did anything? I mean, as far as the game files are concerned, I didn't mess around with the files. I've been nice enough to leave them alone because I think altering certain files does cause the game to do certain stuff. So I've been very, very nice about that. But anyway, Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then I slip it back into my bag. Oh crap, we only got 2 people. Who should I show my poem to first? I'm a little afraid now, in all honesty. I really am afraid because of all the crazy crap that's happening in this game. Let's try Natsuki first. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Okay. Connor, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. Well, what? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. Well, we all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Oh, I'm afraid weird crap's gonna happen now. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Okay, so this is the same poem that she wrote from last time. Yeah, this is the same poem she wrote. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in the high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Oh, okay. Alright, so I was actually thinking we were going to have another person die or some crazy crap. Okay, Monika. Hi, Connor. Having a good time so far? No, I'm not. Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off if I... Once again, even though this game's doing the weird crap to scare you, I really wish the text was different. Like, easier to read. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Connor. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. Great job, Connor. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it'll always count when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Okay, that's suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. All right. Thanks, Monika. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay, isn't this the same poem she did the first time? I think it might be, I don't know, well, let's see. Hole in wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking, or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling, playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. I don't think this is quite the same as she wrote it the first time. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big puddle of ink. Okay, that's the same thing she said the first time. Just move your hand, go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Oh. Now we have an option to show Yuri. I'm actually scared because I'm afraid something bad's gonna happen. Okay, well, Yuri, what's gonna happen now? As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Did I just say it out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Well, considering in early chapters we were doing that, yes, you could say we have. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay, so this looks like it's the same poem as before. Let's see. Ghost under the light. Tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The lost get to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calms breathing. Yeah, it looks like it's the same one. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Not as long as before, trust me. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to share something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Connor. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive, too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Connor. Ah, me too. Okay, so nothing weird happened so far. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. What the fuck? The volume did a weird thing again. They're just being nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. Oh, is this going to be the argument thing again? I guess they're going to argue again, because I remember the last time that's what happened. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Connor did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Ugh. And Connor liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. And something tells me this is going to be bad. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Connor appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ugh. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Connor started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really are... Oh, crap. This is... Oh, wow. What's going on? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wannabe edgy bitch. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful. You might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Connor hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing. What the freak is going on with this game? Standing here. Connor, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. How did it? Oh, God. Oh, whoa. Oh, crap. What happened? Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus crap. Oh, I don't know what to do. The game is doing weird things. Oh, I'll just choose Yuri. Oh, crap. Nope, not Yuri. Nope. What am I supposed to do? The game is doing weird crap. Oh, crap. Which answer is the right one, then? What the fuck? Ah! Oh, get the freak out of my way, Monika. What the hell, Monika? Oh, you damn little bitch. Hey, Connor. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Okay, well. Is Bandicam still recording? Yes, Bandicam's still recording. I don't trust this freaking chick! Oh god, I should probably save and stop right here because I don't trust her. Okay. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Really? Because you sure as hell put your foot down against me and got me out of there. Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Oh, I get what you're trying to do. Suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. What the fuck happened? Oh, shoot, she's crying. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth on her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Connor, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. I like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Connor. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really... Ah! Holy crap. What happened? Oh, nope. We're saving. We're saving. And we're going to go back to the main menu. Yes, we are. Okay. Nope. We're not. Nope. We didn't get to share nothing. I don't know what the flip. Oh, crap. This game is making me think I'm losing my goddamn mind. Speaking of minds, I just remembered there was actually something I was gonna show you guys. Give me a few seconds. Just a few seconds. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. As I was saying, I was gonna show something really quick, actually. What the? Okay, that's different than what it was before. So, I noticed in here from the last episode we did that it had a few files that have popped up. And of course, this is part of the game. This is how it works. But this is one of them. Ooh, that's interesting. So this is called Happy Thoughts PNG. Sorry, it opened full screen on here, but that's one thing that popped up. And now we have another new thing that popped up. Let's open up with Notepad. Oh, can you hear me? There's a little devil inside of all of us. Beneath their manufactured perception, their artificial reality is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every little crevice they can find, into their willpower, starving them of all motivation and desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort food or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new shirt. Such a deplorable tangled mess is already present in every single one of them. That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. Okay, well, I don't think anything else popped up in here. I think that's basically it. the characters are still there, except for Sayori. Because the way this game works in the beginning, it has all these character files, and Sayori's character file is gone now because she technically was deleted. But, yeah, that's the thing that this is doing now. Oh, I'm so glad I'm pre-recording this stuff, so that way I can take a good number of days break from it. I'm so glad I'm pre-recording this. That way I can take a good little break from it, and oh my goodness. I'm debating, because we have to also get back to Sonic Adventure 2 as well. Because I don't want to do too many episodes on this, but then again, it is getting good. It's getting interesting. I don't know. I guess after this particular episode posts, I'll make a decision whether I do one more episode on it, or I'll just go straight into Sonic Adventure 2 and go back to the Dark Story mode. Because these are the two games we're alternating between. We're alternating between this game and Sonic Adventure 2. But regardless of the weird shit that's happened, to the point that I'm now going to have to piece together clips because the game does weird things. If you enjoyed this episode, you like what you saw, you know the drill. Like, favorite, subscribe, all that good stuff. And with that said, I will hopefully see you guys around later. Bye.